Guys, sometimes in life, all you have to do is look at nature. A lot of creation made by man, a lot of things that were created are inspired by the divine, are inspired by the creator. And if you can understand key principles like moving water and understanding that there's life in movement, you can gather that same framework, that same ideology, and apply it in your own life. I can tell you something. If you created a dynamic life, if you created a life of movement, if you created intentionality in your day to imitate the essence of moving water, I can tell you something. You would yield a lot better results than going from a sedentary lifestyle at home to a sedentary lifestyle at work to a sedentary lifestyle at the gym. And let me not forget that the way you commute from one place to the other is in a sedentary manner. So I feel like if you can observe where there's life and where there's not, where there's flow and when there's not, you can start adopting some of the same principles. You look at a swamp, you look at a body of water that hasn't moved in a long time, and you see certain traits, you see certain patterns. Now, the same can translate to human beings. You look at humans that don't move like we're intended to move, that aren't able to squat down, that aren't able to what? To stand up in a proper manner and be able to be dynamic throughout their day. Let me tell you, as humans, right, as being fallen, as being subjected to the laws of entropy, there's things that you can do to bypass that. You just have to what? Stop, observe patterns. And that's something I personally realized. I'm like, hey, I can get an elite physique and I don't have to be addicted to a certain location to show up and do a sedentary hypertrophy workout. And I can tell you, adopting the nature, adopting the essence of things around us, things that thrive, things that don't thrive. Well, if you can pay attention to these patterns, adopt these patterns, you, my friend, can develop an elite physique in all manners, not only big muscle, but flexibility, mobility. Just understanding, guys, key principles like that. Will you be moving water with life, energy, and vitality? Or will you be like water that's stuck, that doesn't move, that in the end yields and boosts the laws of entropy, the laws of degradation? So let me encourage you, my friend, if you want to get an elite physique, if you want to shift the paradigm that you're stuck in, you have to do things differently. And I encourage you to adopt the essence of moving water. Adopt that into your life. Start moving more. Start exploring ranges of motion. Start seeing where you're weak, where you're strong. But overall, you'll realize that both strengths and weaknesses will get stronger if you apply the power of a dynamic lifestyle. But what do I know? I just observed water and I applied it. And I'm looking pretty good, not gonna lie.